at your paperwork here, I see that you've been experiencing some floaters. How long have you been seeing these? And they're different from what you're used to? Okay. Can you describe for me in what way that you're seeing these as being different? Okay. So there's a lot more of them, okay. Okay. And can you describe for me what they look like? For example, are they kind of like clear blobs, or black spots, a black curtain, kind of a flash of light, or anything? Okay. Okay. So there's just a lot more, and they're kind of bunching up in front of your line of sight. Okay. And let's see. Are they making it difficult to read or see in general? Okay, they're just distracting. All right. Any other visual changes, such as increased blurriness or any kind of dark spots? Okay, so about the same. And let's see. Are you having any kind of eye strain or headache? How about with reading? Okay. Any ocular migraines? And how long are you looking at screens every day, approximately on average? Okay. That may be something to work on, either cutting down or even perhaps taking breaks, like scheduling breaks in the middle of your screen time, just to kind of give your eyes a rest. But of course, you have to do what works for you in your lifestyle, and if your job is requiring you to be on a computer, there's only so much you can do. So, really quickly, if I can have you just focus your gaze right here, right in between my eyebrows, okay? Try to keep your eyes open, but if you need to blink, that's okay. Okay. Good. So now, without turning your head at all, I'd like you to just, using your eyes, follow my light. Now I'm going to test your peripheral vision. So I want you to keep your gaze focused again, right in between my eyebrows. When you see my light blink like that, I just want you to say blink, okay? Good. So I'm going to begin. Good. Is my light brighter here or here? Okay. How about here or here? Here or here? Is this the same red? That's this. How about here and here? And here and here. Excellent. All right. So now I'm going to move my keratometer over to the middle. Right here. Okay. And I'm going to adjust your seat so that you are in direct alignment with this eyepiece here. Okay? Okay. So it's going to take me just a moment to line everything up. Should see a light shining through. Okay, good. I'm going to have you blink rapidly for me really quickly. Good. Now hold your eye open as best as you can. And can I have you look to your right, please? And your left. Okay, straight forward. And blink again for me, okay? Good. Hold your eyes open. Okay. Okay. Good. So you can relax for just a moment, okay? Okay. So you can relax for just a moment. I'm going to slide this out of the way and slide over my slit lamp here. Okay. Slightly. All right. So let's have you bring your chin forward, okay? Good. And place your forehead flush with this band here, okay? Just going to adjust the chin rest. Okay. How is that? Any strain? Your neck is comfortable? Okay, good. Let's get this out of the way here. Okay, so I'm gonna start finding the right alignment here. Okay. Just keep your gaze neutral. Try to direct it straight ahead. Alright. Just taking a look at the surface of your eye. I do see a bit of dryness present. There's a bit more dryness there. Okay, I can have you look the other side to the right. And look up. Keep looking up for me, okay? Good. Okay. And look directly ahead. You're doing great. Looking inside of your eye now. At your optic disc. See some slight some slight swelling of the optic disc, which is where the optic nerve enters the eye. Sorry, I need to adjust my placement here. Perfect. Okay. And yeah. I am seeing what looks like some papilledema, which is that swelling I was talking about. It might be related. Or it might be a separate issue. But I'm going to go ahead and lower this. Okay, you can go ahead and bring your chin back. So, okay. would like to test your depth perception, okay? So I'm going to hold this ruler just like so between you and I. I'd like you to tell me, is point A closer to you than point B? Good. How about point A, point B? Good. Point A and point B. Point A, point B. Point A, point B. Good. Point A, point B. And point A, point B. Good. Not seeing any issues with your depth perception, which is good. So now again, I'd like you to focus your gaze right here between my eyebrows, and I'd like you to tell me how many fingers you see me hold up, okay? Okay. Alright, so now I have my Snellen chart here. Okay, so first I want you to tell me if you can identify that number. Okay, and that one. Can you read that line for me? How about that one? Oh, my pen's open. Okay. There. Okay. And you able to read any of the letters on this line? Okay, that's fine. So it looks like you do have 20/20 vision, which is good. Okay. So there's a few things I'd like to do. Given that swelling that I'm seeing of your optic discs, I would like to get some imaging done to rule out something called intracranial hypertension, which can cause that papilledema, that swelling. And given the new addition of the floaters, it may or may not be related. Are you having any kind of double vision at all? Okay. But you are experiencing headaches? Okay. Can you tell me or show me where on your head you feel the headaches? Okay. Do you always feel them in the same spot? Okay. So, the upper left. I just want to palpate the area really quickly, if that's okay with you. Thank you. So you're feeling it right there. Okay. How about any pain over here? Alright. So just in this region. Got it. Any pain or tenderness on palpation? Okay. How about midline? And nothing there. Okay. Just going to kind of palpate around the eyes as well now. So any discomfort, pain in any of those areas? Okay. Can I just have you close your eyes for me really quickly? You can open. Okay. Well, I'm not feeling anything abnormal on palpation. And if you're not feeling any kind of pain or tenderness while I press, I think that's a good sign. But what I would like to do is actually refer you to a neuro-ophthalmologist for further evaluation, given the potential edema. She'll be able to run some more detailed tests and probably do some imaging as well to try and figure out what's going on here. I have some ideas, but I would like a second opinion, and then we can put our heads together and make sure that we are all going in the right direction, okay? Okay. Let me just write up some notes really quickly while everything is fresh in my mind. Actually, quick question. Is the headache that you're experiencing constant, or is there any relief at any point? It's constant. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm going to get that sent off to her, and someone from her office should be calling you to schedule an appointment within the next few days, okay? They're usually pretty prompt. In the meantime, just check your allergies here. Okay, you should be fine. I am going to prescribe you a medication called Zedra. It's really wonderful for hydrating the eyes, which should help with some of that corneal dryness that I was seeing. The only thing to be aware of is that it does have kind of a bitter taste when it kind of drips down your sinuses, so you may want to drink some fruit juice or chew some gum if that bothers you, okay? Okay, so I also recommend using it before bed because it can make your vision a bit blurry for some time. And I definitely recommend using it by itself, not in conjunction with any other eye drops, because that can also prolong the blurry vision. It can get pretty real. I made the mistake once of using it along with a gel eye drop, and it was about an hour before I was able to read again, so just be aware. Do you have any questions for me? Okay. Well, I'm going to go get this sent off, and I will also get your prescription called in, and you should get a phone call from the neuro-ophthalmologist's office within the next few days. If you don't, please give my office a call, and I will see what's going on there and do what I can to expedite that, okay? Okay. Well, it was really nice to see you despite the circumstances. You take care, okay?